Hey everybody, welcome to Nerfcast. This is Josh.
And this is Sean.
And me!
And Mitchell.
There we go. Boom.
What's up, Mitchell? Hello, B.F.U.
Mitchell, welcome back to the show. It's a pleasure to have you back on, this time with video so people can see your darling eyes and pretty face.
He is a pretty bastard.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you very much, B.F.U. I think my girlfriend would probably agree with at least half of that statement.
There we go.
His name is indeed Mitchell. Anywho, you might remember Mitchell. We've talked about him on the show a lot. I consider him like the Reed Richards of Nerf. He just comes up with crazy smart ideas all over the place. He's a futurist. He thinks of what we're going to need next before we even need it. Yeah, very talented and very intelligent guy. So welcome him back on the show.
Well, thank you very much, Sean. It's a pleasure to be here. I love coming and being on the podcast with you guys, and I'm hopefully going to be on here a little bit more regularly.
Yes. Yes, indeed. So something we want to jump to real quick, because a lot of people have been asking about it. We've gotten a lot of questions and comments about this. Hit me, Maestro.
Yes, boss.
Are these right here? Yeah, you've seen them in some of our videos. They actually give me one that actually has something in it. Bam! There we go. These are really awesome PLC. Yeah,
sure.
The plastic that they're made out of. They are 3D printed magazine holders for obviously Nerf magazines. They are made by Narrowbase LLC. The website goes live tomorrow, and you can order these. They have singles, doubles. Oh, doubles are above me on this blaster
Sling fire.
that B.F.U just decided to put stuff on. But they've got belt loops. They've got Molly adapters, and you can use malice clips and things like that with these. They have double stacks. They've got ones with everything is to the left or to the right or to the middle, so you can get the most out of all of your Molly segments. Narrowbase.com is the website. The singles are running for $14.95, $14.99 on the website, and anything that's a double stack, where it's basically like two of these, like this, are $24.99 on the website. There's also you can buy these little clips to attach them to your Molly apparatus, and they have various sizes. They go for varying amounts of currency. And there's a Firestrike holder on there, so a holster. Fully 3D printed. This stuff is pretty awesome. We game tested these at multiple games. People were asking about them. Mm-hmm. Well, what was that in the picture? What was that in the video? And we were like, we can't talk about it. Sorry, we were just waiting for the website and everything to be up so that you could actually buy these. Because we didn't want to pimp a product that you could not get your hands on.
Word.
But we've been helping out the creator with battle testing things.
Word.
B.F.U broke some just to test tolerances.
I was thinking get blamed for everything.
It's because you do everything. But these are really awesome. We'll have a full review up, sometime later before the next podcast with these on it. They come in a variety of colors. When I say a variety of colors, I mean there's
all the colors.
Yeah, there's like a red, blue, orange, light orange, yellow, olive drab, gray, light gray, white, black, light blue, navy. It's ridiculous.
Basically every color of 3D print filament.
The
Yes.
colors.
Yes. So we'll get more info on these in a proper review, but we just wanted to let people know because that website goes live tomorrow. Actually, I don't know if that's our time or like East Coast time or what time.
East Coast?
So it could be out right now. Maybe go check it out. Narrowbase.com. Awesome product. Yeah. Battle tested.
Battle tested, Nerfcast approved.
Yes.
Bam.
Oh, yeah. Here, throw this back over here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanna.
Okay.
All right, well, that was my segment. Peace out.
No, we do have other stuff to talk about. For example, Mitchell here has a very interesting blaster that he modded. Why don't you go ahead and explain your mod?
Okay, so this is a Nerf Rapidstrike for those of you who haven't seen one or don't know what that is.
Damn, I thought that was a reshelled Strife.
It is.
It is a reshelled Strife, but with a pusher motor instead of a mechanical sort of an apparatus to push the darts.
What amazing science.
The battery and motor setup in this one isn't all that special. I'm just running a pair of Blade E-Flight, whatever they're called exactly. I don't want to see in the comments. They're called exactly such and such because I'll flip out if that happens. They're 180 size motors. I got them off of eBay. They were $15 for 3 of them, thereabouts. Yeah.
Nice.
I think Torque likes to switch out the pusher motor with one of the 180s to get a little bit higher rate of fire out of it. I'm running a 3-cell 11.1 LiPo battery manufactured by Turnigy, and I ordered this from HobbyKing.com. This exact battery was for sale there for like $15.83.
Nice.
Awesome.
The trigger or the flywheel rev switch has been replaced with this one, which can handle a lot higher current rating. But the special thing about this one is I am building this gun specifically to be a 3-round burst, single fire, full auto. So a select fire Rapidstrike.
Woo! I'm excited.
You were excited. Josh was like a kid in a candy store
Yes.
yesterday when I let him use it at the game.
It's so awesome.
Quite something. I've run into some limitations for the pusher motor, and I'm going to have to switch it out for something a little bit different, but I'm not going to talk about that just yet until it's all said and done, because I don't know what's going to work.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
going to work yet, so it's a work in progress, but suffice to say it was quite a intense gun for people to use. I think you could hear this thing revving up a couple of blocks away.
Oh yeah, people from across the field were like, "Oh, we could hear it." We would stop, like, "Oh, is it around the corner? What's going on?" Oh,
I think Sean was just revving it to rev it.
I was. I had a lot of fun with it. I was walking down the field. See, I didn't have the proper loadout to run a Rapidstrike. I was only running 4 18-round magazines.
You need so many darts for this gun.
So many darts, because it can just launch a mag in like seconds. It's just ridiculously fast. So, because Mitchell gave me permission because of the setup he used, just to kind of rev it up as loud as I wanted and just keep revving it, I'd walk down the field very slowly, looking around menacingly at people, and then would just rev it up just to gauge their reaction.
There was a point in the game where you were charging my team. I was on the opposite team, and your mag had fallen out of the gun completely. And my team would not go close to you because you kept revving the gun, and they were like, "It doesn't matter that he doesn't have a mag. That thing is still going to kill us."
I can't shoot at you, but I swear to God, the noise will make you deaf. So
Yeah.
stay away. No, it was definitely very fun. I got to use it. Josh got to use it. Josh was very scary with it because he just runs in and just will assault like
It was so
crazy.
fun.
Yeah.
I'm lazy, so I slowly walk around with it, just hoping people stay away from me. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work, and got shot by a hammer shot from B.F.U. So you know.
Well, everybody gets a good hammer shot from B.F.U.
Uh,
One thing to note about this, I usually have a policy where I will not touch electric guns because I just don't have much of a use for them. I'm a mechanical engineer, so I like mechanical systems, but I also have a bit of a background in mechatronics, so I figured I'd give it a try and see how it turned out.
Well, I think it turned out very nicely. So
And I told you guys to thrash it as hard as you wanted to, and it is still ticking. So
yeah, we tried to put it through its paces, and it was amazing. It performed admirably. No problems with it.
yeah, the burst fire leaves a little bit to be desired, and that's the next thing I'm going to fix.
You know, I mean, it's still just an amazing piece of work, and there will be more details on that if you guys subscribe to Jangular, who does all of the burn videos, like usually like a burn wrap up after every game and stuff like that. I believe you did some stuff with him.
Yeah,
right?
I went over most of the same stuff here that I went over with him. Hopefully, once I get this thing working, and it's going to probably be a couple of months, so you guys need to be patient because I don't have a whole lot of free time for this kind of thing. But once I get it all working, I will probably be writing a full guide for how to do this if you want to do it yourself. It just uses Arduino and a couple of extra things, and you should be all set.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Arduino.
I hate you.
Why?
Because you took my Lex Luthor off the projects I had for him.
Yes, your dream of a decent Centurion will not be realized in America.
Or
It is reserved for Australia only.
or a pneumatic arm.
Or pneumatic arms all the time.
That thing was pretty awesome.
It was friggin' so much fun to run. I will actually have to change my loadout specifically to run it just so I have enough ammo on hand.
Yeah, so
And
you can
with like coup starts, this thing is lasers. I could get it in between pretty much a space that's about yay big. From, I don't know, what, 40 feet, 50 feet?
which is pretty darn good for flywheels, I'd say.
Yeah, I was just like, this is stupid.
This is by no means the best flywheel gun that is in existence. I'm not ever going to claim that.
No, that would be the Strife reshell of the Strife. That's actually a Strife reshell while it's being a Strife.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Exhibit.
I followed that, sort of. More or less.
I just reshelled your Strife reshell with a Strife reshell and a 40-inch TV.
Very nice.
And 2 PlayStation portables in the trunk. They're on conveyor belts.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those podcasts.
Yes.
Gosh.
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about, honestly. There's not
Yeah, you know.
really
nothing.
anything.
Well, had a game yesterday.
We had a game yesterday, that's true.
Mitchell's gun was definitely on show.
Mhm.
It's pretty standard Sambo game.
Yeah,
For those of y'all
Sambo.
that don't know what Sambo means, Sean, what does Sambo mean?
It means stock ammunition, modified blasters, okay.
Obviously.
Mhm.
Or as I like to say it, stock ammo, modified blasters. Okay.
Yeah.
See, if we change it to stock blasters allowed, it would be Samba.
And then we'd get
Yes.
the dancing crowd showing up to our wars.
Yup,
and
it would
that
be all
interesting.
confusing.
Samba
All
de
confusing.
amigo.
But yeah, you know,
Yes.
it was a good war.
It's a great war. It was a little hot. It was a little
was a little
hot out,
hot.
so I think everyone got a little bit toasted from it.
It's actually
Really?
hot. It's hot right now, which is why the light is off. By the way,
little bit toasted.
if you guys are having trouble
goodness.
seeing us, just put in the comments like, "Yo, it's getting too dark. We'll turn the light on." It's just mad roasted in here. We got an AC on in the other room and a fan blowing it at us.
And I got
It's so hot. It's so hot.
It's stupid hot right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it actually was. It was really, really warm for the game. We had a lot of people show up. It was a lot of fun. We got to test out a whole bunch of new stuff.
New things.
We did?
Yeah, a whole bunch of new things. Oh, you don't?
Where's
How
the
many-
things?
What was
New
new?
things.
We got to test out Mitchell's gun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Blaster. Never gun, always blaster.
It's the third time he said that like this week.
I mean,
Oh, the new things.
Yeah, the new. Oh, I'm sorry.
The new things.
I'm sorry. I forgot that you worked with Nerf. Oh, the Elite line. That's the. Oh, the new one. Yeah, we've got newer stuff than that. 1% over here. Amazon shipped me a Super Demolisher from next year's product line, but I forgot to tell everyone.
No.
It's good to live in Palo Alto.
Oh,
yes,
yes,
could be
yes.
better to live in Connecticut, but I'll take Palo Alto as a secondary option.
So you guys might have noticed some things a little different behind us than the usual.
Yeah, I don't see the
suspects.
BioShot.
Nope, there it is.
There it is.
Always
There's the
here.
BioShot.
Bam.
Never
That
forget.
was new for yesterday.
Did not get run in the war yesterday, sadly.
not-
That-
Somehow it didn't make the cut.
That sadly
Huh.
has not been at a war for quite some time.
I hate all
Yeah.
of you.
But Chris.
We try.
You know.
But Chris. Oh, that hurts.
Thank you so much.
Oh, which one is Josh grabbing
I'm
first?
grabbing the one that's above my head because it's there. 'Cause no one else is grabbing anything.
Nope.
So, shoot, no, we'll leave that on.
So I figure here's how we could probably run this section.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the new stuff. If we didn't run them yesterday, we got to see them in action, at least a little bit. So we give our opinions based off of what we saw or what we used.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
So I guess I'm going for the used side.
Yeah, you used everything.
No, I didn't know. That's not true. I got screwed out of one new product.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Thunder McGee over here.
Yes, Thunder Magoo.
Do not knock that heavy ass demolisher.
I know, it is so heavy. I'm trying
So bad.
so hard. How'd you stick this in here? Be free.
Oh god.
Mitchell, help me. You know
Oh, this
science.
is how we die.
This is exactly how we do.
There we go.
So
I got you, Sean.
Okay, this goes over here for now.
You grab the demolisher, please. Thank you.
Here, should I just give this to you?
Oh,
Sure, why not? I mean, we could all share.
missile
So,
is armed.
Sean, you want to start? You want me
The
to start?
bomb
Who
has
wants
been
to
armed.
start?
Oh, I'll go ahead and start.
Okay.
This right here, Mega Thunderbow. I'll be honest with you. We kind of talked about which blasters we're gonna buy, so one person wasn't buying all of them. I thought kind of got the short straw because Mega Thunderbow. I mean, I don't think anyone in particular was really excited about this. I saw it and I'm like, you know what? The design is pretty cool. It's like a giant bow. It looks like something out of Gears of War.
Sunfish. Still
Also
sunfish.
like a sunfish.
Sunfish.
But to me, it looks like a torque bow as well, and I like that. And I was kind of like, fine, I'll buy it. I like bows, whatever. And this thing is like
bows.
partially primed, actually. Huh. That's interesting. It's like playing whack-a-mole with them. Look, some are sticking out, and then you push them in, and the other ones push out.
Oh, is that
What is going on?
That thing?
Maybe you take one out.
Nope, they don't want to stay in
I
there.
can't do it.
They got minds of
I
their
can't
own.
work like this.
You know.
But anywho, this thing is really, really fun. I was honestly surprised when I was using it yesterday. Not because the ranges are super long. It's fairly accurate. Rate of fire is pretty good. Accuracy is good within 30 feet.
Yes, it is.
Which is nice. I
Made Arjang pretty good.
Arjan was a boss with it.
Yeah, he was doing work.
He was.
But I was actually doing decent with it too. I got Mitchell twice.
Yes,
Got
you did.
Josh once while he was using the superpowered Rapidstrike.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, I feel like the biggest limitation, honestly, for this blaster was I did not have a lot of mega ammo because I just have this and a Magnus.
Yeah.
So well, I borrowed a bunch of B.F.Us. That's what the old kind of dead ones in here are. They're B.F.Us that.
So we've just been laying on the ground since the Centurion.
Yeah. They've gained sentience. That's why they're moving inside the blaster now. They survived for too
Centurion
long.
still makes BFU sad.
Oh, rest in peace.
I want to paint all of my Mega Darts to look like Dittos.
I mean, sure.
I don't even know why, because you started doing that and they were popping up, and I'm like,
Why not Diglets?
oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Dig, Diglett,
Did I say
dig,
Ditto?
Trio. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I meant Diglett.
Diglett,
It's
dig,
really
Diglett,
hot.
did.
Really weird.
Triad. Okay. Yeah, accuracy is pretty good on it. Rate of fire is pretty good. It's fun as heck to operate. Like the drawback on it is pretty smooth. The interesting thing is once it's primed, you can't just slowly unprime it. You have to fire it, and even when you're doing it slow, it will come out full force. What I
Gotcha.
started doing is whenever I primed it, I would actually hold it against the wall and fire it, just in case I had to hold on to a shot.
Gotcha.
Because otherwise, I'd have to normally I'd just shoot into my hand if I had to shoot the blaster. But
Right.
with this, I was like wall or ground. That way, I can get up and keep moving right away.
Right.
It's just not easy to unprime it and then hold another hand with it. It's just too cumbersome. But other than that, yeah, if you have the spare ammo to run with this, I say it's definitely worth it. Accuracy is pretty nice on it. I wouldn't really hold too much credit to the range checks on it. I don't think it's really reaching those mega distances they always promise. Harder to dart
is.
punch with it because of obvious
Yep.
reasons. Once again, you can't really. Too many arms are involved with it. It is a big blaster. For kids, I would probably say if you're around 8 or 10, this might be too big for you to use. This is something I feel like is more towards our age demographic, the older kids that just still love to play with Nerf. But overall, yeah, I went into the game thinking this blaster is going to be horrible and I'm going to do horrible with it, but might as well get some footage to give a fair review of it. Actually came out surprised. I would not mind using this as a primary in a war. I think it's good enough to run on its own.
So,
High marks.
what's your number rating?
If I had to give it a number rating, I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Ooh, good.
Which is
Nice.
pretty. It's very few blasters I say are usable for wars. You can use them technically, but this one is something where if someone were using it, I wouldn't laugh them off the
So
field.
get your Nerfcast Sean recommendation.
Yes,
Okay. That's
40 bones is kind of expensive for this.
Ooh.
That is the one drawback.
Ooh.
well, to be fair, that's a lot of plastic too. So.
It is
Yeah.
a lot of plastic. It is awesome looking. Cosplay definitely. Well, cosplay people are going to have a field day with this.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I wish it were more like $35 or $30. But I mean, with all the stuff going into this, I can understand why it's a little bit more pricey.
Yeah.
Plus, it does come with 10 mega darts. And another cool fact too is, let me see if I have any in here.
Nope.
Nope, of course I don't. Some of the mega darts have a new deco on them that say Mega, very similar to how the Zombie Strike line have that same deco. Looks really good on the bullets or darts, as I like to call them.
Darts, never bullets.
I've never used
Blasters.
mega darts.
Mago.
Mega darts.
That was a toy line in the 70s of superheroes.
So do those
Megos.
fall out when you run with them?
No, it's just acting weird. I think I need to fire it off actually, and I'm not going to do that while I'm holding a mic. But yeah, wait 1 sec.
Don't hit the. Oh god, this is good.
What? Wait, you haven't paid for that laptop yet.
Not yet. So
There you go.
that's generally how I kind of disarm the gun. I want to figure out why these things are popping out though.
We'll do that after
Probably
the
because they've
podcast.
been in there for a while. If you leave the darts in the gun for a while, the air restrictors.
Well, I'm
Can
just
kinda
going to
push
sit
them
here and play whack-a-mole with them while we move on to the
Mitchell.
next blaster.
No.
Okay.
You can get a turn.
Okay, let everyone get a
Selfish
turn.
guy.
Okay, my toy.
Jeez.
My toy.
Mitchell, how did you feel being on the receiving end of playing against that blaster?
Being the person that Sean killed most with that gun, I can attest to the accuracy. He was doing pretty good. He was hitting me from 30, 40 feet away,
Mm-hmm.
mostly in the shoulder. So if he was aiming center mass, that's pretty reasonable for a Nerf gun, Nerf blaster, whatever we'd like to call it.
Blaster.
Yes.
Blaster.
Device.
I don't know. Is it something that I would probably run. I like to mod all of my equipment, as is probably pretty obvious from
You know.
you know,
You know.
things that I do. I don't know how moddable the internals are, so I'm gonna probably have to give it a little bit lower rating for that.
Mhm.
But I'd still probably give it a 6.5 out of 10.
It's a
Just
decent
because
rating.
I have a lot of fun with Nerf. I'm not all that great at it, so I could see myself running something like that, assuming it has some mod potential.
Mhm.
So, good six
You
and a
mean
half
put
out of 10.
4 of them lined up next to each other, screwed together on one string pull?
Don't tempt me.
I'm just saying.
Or do.
I don't know why you couldn't.
I'm sure you could.
I just don't know what the pull is on that, but we'll look into it.
That's what I thought.
Got some Kevlar cord that is like 200-pound test.
There you go.
So
Done.
you could do one string, and then you could probably just link all the arms together, and you could probably do 5. I'd go 5, not 4.
You want one in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my complaint about the double rough cut. Just the trigger was awkward and in the middle, so I made a 3-wide one.
There you go. See? Boom.
What do you think, Josh?
Solving problems.
It looks like a lot of fun. That's about it. That's all I got. It looked like fun. I don't know if we're $40
Yeah, that's
at like $1 a shot. If you lose a dart,
Yeah,
that's rough.
that part's true too.
If it were cheaper, like definitely, I would say
Like-
it was just a fun.
What if the darts were cheaper?
If the darts were cheaper, it would definitely help.
we need China to get on making some knockoff
China could
mega
get some
darts.
mega darts.
Koosh.
We need Mega Koosh darts.
Oh, Mega Koosh. Mega Koosh could change all
Every
the Mega
game.
blasters. But I mean, it looked like a lot of fun. Everybody I saw running it had a lot of fun when I fired it a little bit. As far as Nerf's offerings for the bows go, it's probably the most fun I've had firing. Because the Heartbreaker bow, I just didn't. I didn't like. Yeah, it did break my heart. It broke my heart a lot.
And Mariah Carey's.
Yep.
Yeah, but it gets really good, especially if you angle it. It's getting good distances. Again, it's just a lot of money. And
If it was
expensive.
$5 cheaper, maybe.
Oh, 40? That's down to 35.
So
So if it was $5 cheaper, but darts were really cheap, it would be doable. Because I mean, I do. Again, I understand there is a lot. I expect Mega blasters to be going for more money because there's just usually more plastic involved.
yeah,
Mm.
that is a lot of ABS.
That's a lot of plastic.
Yeah,
That might
it's
be
really
some of the-
large.
might be some of the most plastic they've ever used.
But I mean,
True.
I
There's
could
a lot
I
on
could
the
see going
secure.
Rambo with that.
No, yeah, you're
Just
right.
on some stuff.
You're right about this.
Like yeah,
Or going Predator.
yeah, we're going Predator.
Mhm.
You know.
I didn't get to use it because Sean wouldn't share. And no, it's too late now. I don't want to touch it now. I touched it once.
I'm gonna hold this.
Cool. Sean,
Okay.
let me play with it once.
This is mine now.
It looked awesome. It looked like Sean had fun with it. Arjang had fun with it. And, more important than winning at Nerf is having fun.
Mhm.
That's the
Because
truth.
it
Except
is-
for winning.
We are grown-ass men playing with plastic guns, meant for 8-year-olds, 8
Yes.
and 10-year-olds.
Yeah, that,
So, I mean, at the end of the day, if we're not having fun,
What's the point?
then what's the point?
yeah.
So it looked like he was having a blast. And the cool part was they were both still being very effective with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. When I first saw that Sean got the short end of the straw and got to draw the blaster that nobody wanted to buy, I was like, then he got the thing and I was like, oh, I'm kind of jealous. I kind of wish I would have made a different decision. I could have got one less sling fire and just upgraded to that thing. So I bought 2 sling fires. So rating wise, I would, from what I saw, 7, solid 7.
7 is fair.
I think 7. I thought the mega darts were going to go a little farther.
Yeah, that's always a hard thing. You always want them to get that like 85 to 100
Well, the
foot
magnets
range.
shoot super far.
Yeah, but keep in mind it's dart punching too. If you can dart punch with the
Yeah, that's
magnets,
true.
it goes further.
That's true.
With this, you can't dart punch with it.
That's true. Dart punching with the magnets is a
Other
thing.
than that, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I mean, I will say this because it's only 5 shots. I would say the game style is very similar to how I would run a hammer shot because that is also a 5 shooter.
Mhm.
So, one point in the game actually, we were playing King of the Hill, and I was on top of the point. I was like, what would B.F.U do in this situation? He would stand here with a hammer shot and just mean mug people and try and keep them away from the point. So I'm like, yes.
Yes.
That is
Does it work?
exactly what you do.
It works very well because whenever I see you doing it, I'm like, oh god, we're never gonna get it back. Everyone else is too afraid.
Yeah, there was that point in one of the games when it was just you on the point because everybody else on the team had gotten tagged, and you were just standing there with your hammer shots like, I ain't gonna do this anymore.
I think that's when I yelled, "There's 6 of us and 1 of him.
Yeah.
We can take the point." And everyone's like, "All right."
It's amazing that it gets done with 2 pistols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My reputation is overinflated and precedes me.
Yes.
But that's what's nice about this. When I was standing on the point, people are looking. I was like, I don't want to get close to
Yeah,
that.
I'm scared as shit.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
This is like, I don't want this hitting me. It's gonna hurt, and
There
it doesn't
was one
hurt
point
at
It
all.
does not. No.
There was one point where you and Arjang, were you had the Rapidstrike
Mm-hmm.
and he had that,
Mhm.
and you were both guarding like near the point, and I was like, oh,
That's not even.
word.
That's not right.
That's when I got my one.
Sky Ripper.
Yeah, yeah.
For my one and only Sky Ripper kill.
That was such a beautiful shot.
I was
though.
trying not to hit anyone all day because I felt bad. And I was like, screw that. These guys got big guns. I'm hitting Arjang in the chest.
That was a heck
Emergency
of a
Sky
shot,
Ripper
and he
time.
looked so sad.
Yeah, I'd say 7 out of 10, and I haven't played with it, so I can't say I'd recommend it, but I recommend that it's fun from what I saw, and
Yep.
give it a try out.
Yeah, I think my score is mainly dependent on I love bows.
Yep.
So that gets an
That's
extra
cool.
point from me,
You know.
All right.
which is saying something because we'll talk about other stuff later. Yeah.
Go on to the next blaster.
All right.
We'll do the Sling Fire.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, use your seat.
Tricy.
You do your thing.
So this is the Nerf Sling Fire. God, I can't believe I got that right on video. Yes. I bought
Excellent.
2 of these. I gave one to Mr. Mitchell to see if he can do something to the internal, so to give back to the Nerf community for all the joy that they've given him. I ran this yesterday. I got to run this for 2 rounds of King of the Hill, and my impressions were mixed. From a performance standpoint, I have not run a stock blaster in a very, very long time.
He's kind of spoiled.
Yeah, I'm super spoiled. My Rampage has spoiled the crap out of me.
Mhm.
So, couldn't run coup starts because it obviously takes the range away. It was okay. It was good. I mean, the rate of fire is surprisingly good considering what it is. It performs as well as any other stock Elite blaster. So, I would say good overall. For cool factor, it gets a 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
There was a time I got yesterday where I got to hold a hammer shot in one hand in my left and this in my right. I fired this, and the person that was playing against me got a smile on their face, like, oh, he's done. We're good. And I went, yeah. Damn it! I'm gonna practice. Anyways, I one-hand primed it, flipped it up, and got a tag out, and I was like, oh, that is exactly why they made this gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was cool to carry my primary, be able to cock and fire with one hand, and still have my secondary on the left. I thought that was pretty neat. So that bumped the rating up huge for me. So I would say for me, solid 7 out of 10. I would say if you're in it to look badass and feel like a boss, go ahead, go nuts, and go buy one. $25 isn't that bad.
Oh, no, that's not bad at all.
No.
And if you want just performance and that's all you are is a performance junkie, then until someone mods this thing, it can't get high marks for that.
Right.
If it's moddable and still usable with all the features of single hand prime,
Mhm.
it'll go up 2 points for me. I'd give it
Nice.
a 9 if it could shoot like my Rampage.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
So that's me.
I believe it. I didn't play with any of these, so
He was too busy.
so
shooting
I was
fully
too
automatic.
busy messing with that. So it looks like a lot of fun. When I was just sort of test firing it, it was fun and enjoyable. Would I run it in a game? I mean, probably not. Again, unless you just want that fun feel.
Mhm.
It's all about the feel for this blaster. You really have to be like, I want to be able to flip something around and shoot people with it. Or run 2 if you could practice. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, I think it looks awesome. So I would probably give it a solid 7, just because it looks awesome, it feels awesome, is really fun to play with. I mean, I've messed around with it. I just didn't play with it in the war. As far as being war worthy, it's just kind of it all depends on your play style. And then there's these that those do not come with the blaster. In fact, they do not even get printed like that. B.F.U just decided to glue away.
This is my bad.
Yep.
These broke because I stress tested them, and honestly, under any normal game conditions, narrow basis stuff guarantee you will not break.
Yep.
It only takes a chunker like me to really mash stuff up.
Yeah.
So I put a blank on it from Dorm Labs and put it on my blaster. I will say this: running this setup, fantastic. Running a setup like this on almost every blaster I've run so far has been a godsend. Carrying my clips on my blaster.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot of weight off of you.
Yep. Plaid. Yeah. So.
All right, so my main concern with most blasters is mod potential, and because this has an internal gear system, my hopes are not that high. That being said, it is one of the coolest priming blasters ever, so I am definitely going to be getting one of these and doing my best to get it to shoot better,
Yeah.
just because I will run guns pretty much exclusively for how they feel and how I can mod them.
Yup.
So, I didn't actually get to run it at the game, but I'm looking forward to getting one for myself, opening it up, seeing what can be done. Because if I can make this shoot better than standard elite ranges with couche darts, then I will probably not run this all the time. This will not be my go-to primary, but when I'm just wanting to have a lazy sort of a fun round
Mm-hmm.
and feel cool, because who doesn't want a lever action rifle? I mean, really.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
if you
really
got
what
that
it
to
is.
run like my Rampage, I would run it all the time. So one thing we didn't talk about, the one advantage of that is when you're shooting it, normally not screwing around, flipping it,
Mm-hmm.
shooting platform, a shoulder,
Just for a second.
Yeah.
you can really practice it, and you don't move that. It doesn't move. Like, it doesn't move. The barrel barely changes. You add that with couche darts and some bumped up ranges, you got in a ridiculous ammo capacity, right? Because up to 25 rounds, 25, 35 round drum.
Yeah, 35
With
with
a
the drum on
35
it.
round drum, you get a pretty stable shooting platform. If you can just get it to shoot harder,
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
we'd be in good shape with that thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, all things considered, I'm probably going to give this thing like an 8, maybe an 8.5,
Nice.
because I just like the way it feels. I can tell that I would really enjoy running something like this. As far as mod potential goes, I would love it if it shot better, but that being said, if it doesn't, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world.
No, it shoots as good as a standard elite blaster.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
We're just spoiled.
yeah, well,
But if you can get it to shoot better, I can put a faux barrel on it, like a Centurion internal barrel, and make it a real Winchester, which would, for me, would be the ultimate thing.
That would
Make
be
it look like a real Winchester.
that would be pretty sweet.
And
would
it,
be
the
nice.
other part matches the hammer shot from a design standpoint. Like, they look like they should be from the same line.
Yeah.
It's a logical pairing. If I was going to
Yeah.
run this, I would have to run a hammer shot as a
Yep.
secondary.
Yeah.
/ other primary, because if you get good, like B.F.U said, hammer shot in one hand, this in the other,
Oh.
especially if they're both well done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hammer shot and you're off, and that on your primary. That's a pretty good combo.
Yeah.
That's
And they look awesome.
that's a lot of
And they
accurate
look
fire.
They look awesome.
And the handle's not going to break, folks. It should not break. Calm down, everybody. Calm down.
Oh, yeah.
It looks really flimsy, but I'm not too worried about it breaking. But we'll see if that changes with more
Yeah, with more torque.
springs and what have you.
Exactly. I agree with Mitchell and B.F.U. I can't remember what Josh scored it. What did you score it at?
7.
Yeah, 7.
I went 7.
7.
He went 7.
Yeah, I actually think it's an 8. I'll be honest with you. I would rank it very similar to how I'd rank a Retaliator, just because it seems like functionality-wise very similar.
Mhm.
Obviously, the Retaliator is smaller, but this is getting a lot of bonus points just for the fact that it looks freaking awesome and it's fun to operate.
Yeah, you know.
But other than that, yeah, it's getting elite ranges. There's no reason you couldn't run this over a Retaliator if you really wanted to. Just have a little bit more space. The one-handed action is very fun with it, obviously.
Mhm.
That's going to be a big plus for it right there.
And I think it's got rate of fire over the Retaliator once you practice with it a little bit.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And just
Yeah.
being able to... The one benefit I see to this is being able to shoulder it, honestly. There's not a lot of blasters where you can shoulder it and prime it without you adjusting the blaster a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
typically if you're cocking it from the top or having to cock it from the side or the bottom, you're going to get some wiggle on it. With this, because almost everything is stationary, and except for... I'm going to drop the mic. So your shoulder's a point of contact. You have a hand at the front of the blaster. Neither of those two things are moving. It's only the priming handle that's moving, and because while sturdy, it is a little bit lighter. It's not really shifting the blaster around a lot.
No.
That's what I really like about it. I think this is a solid blaster. If it could be modded to go even better, I mean, by all means, I'd be stoked to run this. HVZ, I think it's fine. Rate of fire is going to be better than a lot of other blasters out there, even though it's not slam fire. So
If you were going for close quarters, and
Mhm.
I would. It shoots straight too. I will give it credit too. Even elite darts were coming out
Pretty good.
straighter than the elite darts normally come out. I had less go squirrely on me.
yeah.
So
Nice.
I'll be honest with you. I'm really happy that the rate of fire is so high on this, because with slam fire blasters, I'm always terrified that I'm going to jam and chew up darts.
Right.
Because there is still a fire mechanism. You have to fire each dot individually. It's just a matter of practice to go faster.
Because if you don't prime it right, you will jam it. The cool thing is, I noticed yesterday when I did jam it,
Mhm.
it never jammed and wedged the dart.
it just half put it in there,
Mm.
so you could easily fix your jam.
Ooh,
It
that
wasn't
is nice.
screwing it wasn't like crunching the dart out. It
Oh,
would just
gotcha.
like kind of put it in the chamber a little bit, and you push one with one.
Mhm.
So like
Interesting.
even when it jams, I don't say it jams better, but
Mhm.
it has a
It jams less worse.
Yes.
Yeah, the jamming isn't like on the Rampage. When you jam the Rampage, that's it. You're out for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right,
Put that
right.
thing
Get a
open.
ramrod.
Yeah.
That didn't really need that when I jammed it. I just had to screw around with it. I mean, not covering the door, it didn't help me.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, there's that.
Yes.
But
know.
I would recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I would likely recommend that, even though I haven't run it.
I would as well.
That's 2.
Okay. I thought that was going over my head. I was scared for a second.
Let's move on to the goat.
The orange thing.
The elephant,
The
orange
big-
elephant
the
in
big-
room.
The big orange swath of destruction. What end we want to start this out on? Should we start out with you because you actually play with it?
Yeah.
Have at it.
This is my demolisher. It demolishes things.
There are many
It
like
shoots
it.
Nerf darts at a great rate of fire. So this is gonna be like the opposite end of the spectrum for me. So the demolisher, does it fire farther than elite ranges? Based on what I could see, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I did not range tested it yet with exact numbers. I have not shot it through a chrono. I have not random shadowed it, who's the Nerf's community's range tester of choice. Love that guy, by the way. Favorite videos on the web besides ours. So I haven't done all that. I haven't taken it in a room. I haven't,
You didn't shoot it at a wall for your mom to listen to?
didn't do that. But what I did do is I took it outside. I played with it in a game, and it definitely feels like it gets much better ranges than a standard elite strife.
Right.
Which I played with not too long before I took this thing out, just to make sure I knew what
Right,
my base
What
was.
to expect.
So, and I think everyone that saw it was pretty impressed with the range it got stock out of the box.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't even put trust fires in it yet, or IMRs or anything.
Yep.
So,
Oh, God.
trigger pull on it is amazing.
Yeah.
The actual feel of the trigger pull is smooth. There's no catch, no grind, no nothing. I mean, it barely feels. It's like pulling on a cloud. Trigger pull's really smooth,
I will have to test that out.
and that is all the positives I have on this blaster.
Oh.
The missile thing. So let me give you guys the rundown of the missile thing. If you have missile rules, like a radius kill thing, this thing is probably much more awesome than I'm about to say it is. We don't have those rules because they're really hard to manage, and frankly, I don't think there's ever been a need for them, right?
Yeah, we've had like a Titan rocket show up at
Right.
a game once.
So, like,
Yeah.
And
there's
it hit
been
Sean in the face.
Maybe if
Yes.
everyone runs these, it'll be a whole different thing. But right
Yeah.
now, there's no rules for them.
Correct.
So without having grenade rules,
Mm-hmm.
this is a giant slow dart that you have to shoot up in the air to get maximum range on that spins a lot and comes down.
Right.
That's what it is.
OMG, it spins.
And this thing is super accurate. If you angle it up, it'll come down where it's supposed to. The Nerf did it. I think Nerf engineered a great round of ammo. I think this is a really good rocket round. I hope they use this in more things. I'm really impressed with what they did.
I'm just going to put this on the Titan.
right
Yes.
now.
Oh yeah.
So this thing flaps around when you're running. The little slide handle plops around when you're running. We did not like that. And overall, I would give it a 6.
That's
If I could take off the bottom rocket launcher, I might give it a higher mark because then it would be. I wouldn't be a Strife reshell, but it'd be like the big brother of a Strife or a Raven, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is much bigger than a Strife. We measured it 4 over 4 inches longer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a significant amount wider than a Strife. We actually compared them side by side.
Yeah, that
Yep.
does look a lot
So,
wider.
For a big guy like me, this is a nice beefy blaster. It's heavy. Even without the clips, and I carried extra rounds on it, it's a heavy blaster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that heaviness, 6. I wouldn't say it for $40. After what I saw on the field, damn, I might take the Thunderbolt for $40.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm not saying that people won't do awesome things with it. I'm saying that for $40, the first thing I want to do is chop off the rocket thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that might be biased because we don't have rocket rules,
Right.
so I don't see the value in running something I'm not getting an extra out of.
Well-
Somebody talked about putting a coupler on this thing and making it like a shotgun shot.
I would actually probably do that.
Now, see, that would change my whole rating system.
No.
You make me a shotgun like a spread blast on this thing, a one-shot spread blast. I could just change the couplers out. That I will change the whole rating system on it.
Well, we'll just have to talk about that.
Next,
So also didn't play with this. Actually, just looking at it right now.
We didn't let Josh do shit.
Nope.
Hey,
I got
to play with that.
But then so did Sean. So
Mhm.
you know. Oh yeah. This is just a camera mount for those wondering.
Sorry.
Yeah. He just puts.
Nope.
As soon as he. Oh yeah. It's a Sony camera mount, but then you clip the. There's like a clip, and then the Sony cam stays on top.
That's how I got
Yep.
my footage.
No, it's a super secret new Nerf product. We
Don't say stuff like that. We'll be held accountable for that statement for the next 3 months.
It's funny. So I just messing around with it.
Sorry,
I
it's
liked
not.
it. Rail here, really quick, because we didn't do a review on this. Rail
We did.
here, sling mounts. I actually like the way the sling mounts are. I don't know if you can see them on here, but there's like 2 bars that go around. So you can go sling here, sling at the bottom, sling at the bottom, sling at the bottom, and then, you know, where they got all their other ones here. There's a tack rail on one side, but not on the other. So,
It's just so weird.
you know, it's not quite like the
Rapidstrike.
Rapidstrike. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. Honestly, I think that they should have, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Other than that, I like the. I already can tell you I don't like normally rev triggers being down here, but this one is a little bit bigger.
Yep.
And it's pretty comfortable. Same goes with the mag eject. I would say I'd give this thing, good job, a solid 7, because it's a lot of fun. It's big. It's beefy.
Like me.
I think that you could put in work, like B.F.U was saying, if you have. Thank you. Oh, that just sounds so crap compared to the.
But it sounds better than a strife out of the box.
It does. It's
True.
cool that it's getting the better ranges straight out of the box. Yeah, this is a little bit gimmicky. My one real problem with it is that after the rocket comes out, that this thing just flops. It just flops around. It's like
When the rocket's in, it'll flop around sometimes.
yeah, and that's
It's
just
rough.
horrible.
It's rough.
There needs to be like a return spring so it stays here
Yeah.
unless you actually pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the rocket is cool. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that it doesn't come off. We kind of already knew that before it came out. So I would say I'd give it a set. So like HVZ, I'm sure they would probably let you use a rocket as like a sock.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a big zombie that can only be taken out by like socks or grenades or what have you, you could probably use it
That
in
would
that.
change my whole rating.
So you know that, and obviously the increased range. So I would say a solid 7. I would probably go 8, except for the fact that it's $40, which honestly, I mean, you're getting the range out of it, which is nice. The rocket launcher is eh. If it was like 30, maybe even 35. 35, I'd go like 7.5
at Target.
Okay.
think
Then
it's- I
I'll
think
give it
it's
like a
30, maybe
7.5 if it's like 35. If it were like 30, this thing would be awesome. Like, yeah, it's $10 more than a Strife, but look what you
I
get.
think it's. I think I paid 35 on 40 on Amazon, but I think it's 35 at Target standard.
Yeah, I mean, I just think of it in terms of what you can get for 20, which
Yeah.
is, you know, a Strife or an Alpha Trooper or a variety of other things. But then I keep thinking, like, Raiders are like, what, 30?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like
Rampages.
Or Rampages, I mean,
they're
yeah.
like 30 or
They're 30,
32.
so I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess this pricing, it really isn't that bad.
No, not,
35, yeah, you know. I'd give it a solid 7.5.
And if you're a
7.5
bigger
slash 8.
person, usually static stocks, none of the tall people can use.
Yep.
They're too
Oh!
short, but
The 10-round mag, you didn't talk about it at all. It's
Nope.
just,
Mhm.
because I gave it away to Arjun.
I have no desires at all. It looks neat if you want to paint it black and take it to a convention.
Yeah.
Or get.
Sorry,
by
internet
the police.
community.
Yes.
Mhm.
I screwed up. Josh is gonna yell at me. I gave it away because
Why do I care?
we don't have it to show.
Oh yeah, I mean it sucks we
I
can't
gave
show
it,
you, but
it's a slightly longer with the end curve than
Yep.
a 12.
so why wouldn't you run a 12?
Yeah, it's pure aesthetics. Our friend RJ wants it because he wants to run an AK style blaster because he's from Afghanistan. That's what he wants to do.
It is the weapon of choice of his people.
That is
Mhm.
true.
But I mean I like the design and everything on it. I mean they changed enough things to make it look different. Like the handle feels and looks different than a Strife.
It's big.
You know, the access door looks different than all of the other Nerf access doors and the slides. And you know, it's nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
So this is the first time I've ever held the Demolisher.
Yep.
Because I don't have any use for electric guns usually.
Except that one.
Yeah, except that one. Well, you know,
Yeah.
I made an exception once, and look at what happened.
Yep.
Look at what happened. Scary things happened, Chris.
It was
The
beautiful.
price of foam went up because it's gonna be a limited resource.
Yeah, I've been checking on my phone actually.
It's limited resource foam now.
Yeah, that thing will eat darts if you're not careful.
Oh yeah. I actually had a magazine that wasn't feeding properly, so when the pusher was trying to push it through, the dart wasn't lined up with the actual hole, so it went in like this, and it just stayed there, and that dart was like it was shredded, but it was awesome looking.
So anyway, the Demolisher.
The demo.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no point of reference for electric guns because I haven't even run the Rapidstrike that I made
Good point.
yet. In terms of utility, it's going to be similar to a Strife or any of the other single-shot, semi-automatic electric guns.
Mhm.
The fact that it gets a little bit better ranges out of the box. I don't know. I feel like for the extra, what you're going to say, what $15 for this, more than a Strife, roughly.
15, 20, yeah.
Yeah, 15, 20.
You get a rocket in both ranges.
You get a rocket in better ranges, but if you put that $15, $20 into a Strife,
You get better ranges.
Yeah.
you could
At least you get a rocket for free.
you could actually put in 180 size motors into the
Oh, you won't get
Strife.
those kind of, but don't you have to put a lipo with them?
You don't have to. The rev up time will just be terrible,
Got
and
it.
Yeah, use IMRs.
Mars could probably do it.
I mean, it's not gonna be
You're not
as
gonna
good as a
lipo,
lipo,
yeah,
but it's
no.
going to be better than
Electrically,
ultra
that's not-
fires.
Electrically, I don't think anything is. as
Yeah, I
good as
put
a lipo.
$10 in my Strife and
No.
got better motors, use stock batteries, and it shoots super far.
Yeah. So, in
But it's
terms
nice
of-
that out of the box we haven't screwed around with it
Yeah.
and put higher volted batteries that we know that everyone hates and we're sorry, but that's what is accessible without me rewiring that thing. We haven't done that yet.
So
IMRs.
I have no idea from a mod potential how much this has. I'm gonna guess probably similar to the other flywheel blasters.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be motor swaps out there for this next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Week after.
They'd pretty much have to swap to those. Because
Probably.
other hobby motors that I've put in my stuff, not just the cheap ones, the actual race car. We have a local race car place.
Yep.
That are the same size.
Get
That
about
shoot
the same
as far as
performance.
that does out of the box. Well, little farther, but I mean we're splitting here.
Oh,
Yeah.
So somebody wanted to know, and really quick, since you're on that whole topic, how was it with Kush darts? Because you're the one who ran it. So.
Absolute crap.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
so there's a dart skirt inside of that thing.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like a.
Oh man, you can.
I don't know. It's pretty much. I don't want to ruin our PG-13 rating, but if you were about to be in a plane crash, the area that things come out of would go really, really tight like this, and that would not fit Kush darts out either, and neither does that. So I had tons of problems with Kush darts. All of it involved me trying to pull the trigger too fast. I will remove the skirt within the next 2 weeks. By the next Nerf war, the skirt will be gone, and I will be able to give a full assessment with Kush darts. And honestly, the fact that it sucks with Kush out of the box, that could be part of my problem with the rating.
Yeah.
Could be.
So
Yeah, and in terms of mod potential for the missile launcher, I feel like if the missile is only going 40, 50 feet, granted very accurately, I don't know how much potential it has for like a shotgun kind of a thing,
Mhm.
right.
because the volume of the pump, from what I've seen thus far, doesn't look all that impressive.
Oh, no, it does not.
So, I mean, you could make like a small shotgun maybe 3 rounds.
I'm sure we'll see all sorts of weird mods with this. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we'll see people just take it apart and then put like a bladder in and just use this as a pump and pump it up,
That
and
would be
then
nuts.
either get ridiculous range on a rocket or make it a shotgun or
Yeah,
singlet.
if you have like an air-tech tank or a
Yeah.
Titan tank or something, and put that in there, and then make the missile like something that's going to be ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm probably going to end up, if I get an extra one somehow, I will cut the rocket off and put it on a retaliator barrel so I can use it if I want to.
There you go.
I'll take the option of using it and not using it.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it feels good in my hands. I have kind of smallish hands, so it feels a little bit big for me, but
Mhm.
not.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. I could conceivably run this and do probably.
This is super early.
Okay.
I played 2 rounds with it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't want to say don't go buy it.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be super impressed
Right.
and didn't walk away super impressed, but the Kush factor could be factoring into my rating too.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I feel like for me, bear in mind this is going to be artificially low because I don't really care about electric guns very much. I'm probably going to go for a 5, just because I could see a use for that. But
Yeah.
with what I've done with a Rapidstrike, if I can get single fire working, then what do I need this for?
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mr.
All right.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, I give it an 8. I'll be honest with you. I mean, let's do a cost breakdown. It's about $20 for a Strife, right? So this is about, assuming the target prices are $35, about $15 more.
Yep.
So what are you getting for $15 more? You're getting slightly better performance.
Yep.
That's a plus. You're getting a stock, which I would pay $3 to $5 for, even if it's
True.
a stock that's
Mhm.
not really the best looking stock.
Yep.
Still think the Raider stock is the best stock out there, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And an orange
Yes,
gear
it
stock
is.
on that's gonna look awesome.
Yes, also
Oh, yeah.
true. So then if you break it down like that, if I'm paying like $5 for stocks, it's like $10 for the add-on missile, which I would pay about $10 for this separately. I think that'd be worth it. So altogether in a package deal, I'd say it's worth it.
It makes
that's
sense
fair.
from a cost perspective like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That's a very fair assessment.
I feel like if you have been using the Strife for a while and just want a slight change up on your style, but something that's ultimately the same, this is a good direction to go.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just the intimidation factor, same with the Thunderbow. Having the missile on there, I'm sure people, even though it doesn't hurt to get shot with it, don't want to get shot by the missile from 10 feet away.
It's embarrassing.
It'll
Yeah.
keep people, as soon as you're out,
True.
they're not going to charge you as quickly because they know you have that one shot still in there.
Yeah.
They can see that.
I think you could get decent with it. I had somebody from a good 50 feet away. We weren't in the game, so I wasn't looking around trying to dodge or anything, but he was able to hit me square in the chest.
Mhm.
You got to arc it a little bit. When you arc it, it gets some nice hang time, and it's fun.
Yeah, and like I said, if we had explosion rules,
Oh yeah.
that changes even a 3-foot radius on that because it's so accurate.
Oh yeah.
You could do. There's so many
You
different
could
applications.
you
for
could
it.
drop
Yeah.
that into the cubby where somebody was sitting and
Yeah.
just be like,
Oh,
nope,
yeah.
you're done.
That's
Okay,
a whole
bye.
different thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all dependent upon your rules. Like,
Yeah,
we've
it
been in
does.
games where there were rockets, and rockets could break shields and stuff. So I mean,
Right.
there's a whole variety of.
I would say if you
stuff.
have rocket rules, because of how simple it is to work and how good they actually made the ammo, I think that would change my rating from a 6 to a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just for what we play, it's not gonna. It doesn't add anything for me. But I appreciate the effort, and I hope all the flywheel blasters coming out have those same motors.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
felt much better. I mean, they're quieter.
Yeah, they are.
They're really. Everyone that commented that they were like, "Oh, those are quiet."
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Which I like.
Surprising because you got more power, right?
I feel like you got to go one way or the other. Either you have to have it so loud they can hear the entire field,
Yeah.
or you shouldn't be able to hear it at all.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I think Sean's rating is very fair.
Yeah, I like it. Let's listen to the rev real quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say a little bit quieter than the Strife.
A little tiny bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're more powerful, so you would think that would not.
Right. I mean, I was expecting them to be like,
Necessarily
"Wow."
I'm interested to
Who
see
knows?
if
It could
they
be the
use
bigger
maybe. Yeah, they could just have. They might have slightly bigger flywheels in there or something.
Mhm.
They might. I don't want to.
All possible.
That's a lot of screws to open up.
That is a lot of screws.
I'll bring my
just looking at
calendars,
it.
It'll be fun. Woohoo!
But
But yeah,
Wait,
and
wait, comments or questions, Josh?
I'm checking right now.
All right.
okay, I'm giving
Ooh.
this back to.
So Ricky, who actually asked about the elite darts on his, because he said his was shooting kind of crappy. He was like, elite and Koosh both shot meh. He was like, he removed the skirt and it was still crap.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, that solves that problem for me. I didn't
Yeah.
have any problems with.
I mean,
elites.
I can't tell you 100%. I mean, maybe it's his blaster, maybe.
Yeah. I didn't have any.
We don't
issues,
know.
I didn't have any issues with elites, but I didn't go buck wild on elites either. I went right for the Koosh.
Oh yeah, I know.
There are only Koosh darts.
Sorry, Ricky.
We have 4 viewers.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's got that same issue. Maybe remember the Strife first came out, it had all those lock problems
Yeah. I mean, we could
where it was
see
jamming. I
like
wonder if
Gen
that's
2
the
stuff
question.
getting better.
Until
I mean, we don't even know if there's like a dart sense. Well,
yeah. Until I
anything like
until I get into it, I won't know.
So what else did we? So we had some stuff that didn't really get run. A couple of things that are at my house that I wasn't able to grab before coming up here
Yep.
because I was at work. Was the Messenger, which actually Messenger's pretty awesome. We did have somebody run it. They are not here.
He did work. Though.
Yeah, Bob was.
Bob did work with that thing.
Yeah, he was doing good.
Man, it actually gets really good distances for like a little. It's like a little hand cannon.
Yeah.
It is.
It basically replaces all of the fire strikes and stuff like that.
And
Do you have anything that's like a
triad
single shot? Yeah, I mean, forget about it. Unless you're really going with something you have to conceal, like a jolt, because you're playing like Assassin or something like that.
Right.
There's no reason to ever run like a fire strike over this. Unless, I mean, obviously people have modded their fire strikes and made them like rifles and
Fire strike
stuff.
rifle.
But out the box, there's no comparison. This
Yeah.
thing's amazing, and you get 3 shots. Handle, like I said in the review, isn't that great. But Bob actually wrapped his with paracord. I believe it was paracord. And it was fairly comfortable. I mean, I'm sure we'll see a lot of stuff with people wrapping it and making things.
Is that the one with the like weird sort of skeletonized handle?
Yeah.
Might
Yeah.
just fill it up with the moldable plastic that I made the handle for the rough cut out of.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of putting leather on it. I've heard of people doing all sorts of weird things. Yeah, he wants to craft foam it up, duct tape, somebody was talking about 3D printing stuff. Someone else was saying just take another handle.
That's
And,
a lot of work for a chintzy blaster.
yeah, you know.
Another handle would be cool.
Yeah, someone was saying just take a handle off of another blaster and hollow it out and just put it in there, glue it down.
Ooh, that could be a reason to bring back that Spectre that has the wood grips on it.
There we go. Yeah, I mean it for the how much was it that I paid for it?
15.
15.
That's Toys R Us.
That was Toys R Us prices. If it goes down to 10, it's definitely there's no question. But even at 14, that's like what, a couple bucks more than Firestrike. What are Firestrikes, like 12?
Like
More
12,
than Firestrike.
13.
Same
Yeah.
price as a hammer shot.
Yes, it is the same price as the Hammer Shot.
Mhm.
So do take that in consideration. But you can only get the Hammer Shot one place.
It was cool.
But it was cool.
I played with it at your house.
I liked
Bob
it.
did work with it.
Yeah, Bob put in a lot of work with it.
He got me out several times.
He got me
with
out
that.
twice with it. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Couldn't hit me with a hammer shot or hit me with a sweet revenge. You hit me with that thing, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, you know.
Other
Dirt in the
thing
wound.
was the Spylight, which didn't even get played at the game because it really is just a strong arm.
Mhm.
It is a slightly shorter strong arm. There's nothing different about it at all.
It's got a light.
It does have a light. The light is really
Why
cool.
would you disrespect the light?
No. I was talking about the blaster.
Okay.
The blaster is exactly like a strong arm. The light actually looks really cool.
It's like a strong arm's wife.
Yes, it is like a strong arm. I like the clear
Cylinder.
cylinder that they have in there.
Yeah, you love
Mhm.
gimmicks.
No, I just think it looks cool.
Yes.
Because I was thinking about your green one, and it would look really cool in there.
It
Your
would.
green
Would have. Post-mortem.
was the
Guardian.
Guardian crossbow.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah, that would look cool. So, in lieu of me being able to go home and get those blasters, because I was in the area around B.F.U's house, and it would have taken me an hour to fight traffic and an hour to get back, and then this podcast would have been happening 2 hours late.
Mhm.
I stopped by Toys R Us, and instead I picked up a couple of things that we didn't have a chance to review. So this is the Diamondista, and we were just messing around with this outside before the podcast.
Mhm.
It's fun. There's already some reviews out there on it. It actually is pretty much a fully functioning crossbow.
Oh yeah.
That thing is so cool.
It is really stupid cool.
So cool.
You cannot fire if there's not a dart in here. There actually is a dart sensor. Other than that, it's just a really stupid fun blaster.
That's cool. Yep.
It's completely impractical. In
Tons
war.
of cosplay
Mhm.
potential.
Yeah, tons of cosplay potential. Agreed. Again, with the skeletonized handle, not the most comfortable thing. This one feels a little bit better
Yeah,
than the other one on the messenger. But yeah, it is what it is. It's fun. It's just really a fun blaster.
Mhm.
I'll let you mess with it because these two yahoos played with it already.
Ooh. All right.
B.F.U, go for it. Because
I will give it. Well, I played with it. The range was exactly what I expected. The cool thing about shooting your darts with a string, we've covered this multiple times with the NXT crossbow, is that they fly straight. Even elites can fly. Even elite darts can fly straight too. Works just as good with Koosh darts as it does with elite darts, which is awesome.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because there's no airflow shenanigans, Mitchell stuff shenanigans.
Mhm.
So I thought I like it. I want another one. I'm gonna keep the one Josh got after I give him the monies.
I want
And-
one of these too, and we'll be putting a really hefty rubber band on that.
That's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. It's going to be really easy to
One
mod.
other thing that sucks is they didn't make this screws, so you're gonna have to get in there somehow on your own.
Oh, I'm
Like
sure.
that's ever been a
Yeah,
problem.
that's,
Give Sean.
There you are, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say I'm gonna go 7.5. Single shot blasters. I would take that one. That's my new favorite over the side strike, just because it's a hand crossbow.
Yeah, I think 7 is a fair rating. Looking at this, just the modability with it, if you put a stronger rubber band or string or elastic on here, I think you're going to get ridiculously good ranges, and they're going to be straight, which is the biggest thing. Just crossbows traditionally to me, whenever I see them used, which is basically just the NXT one, but just seeing what that could do with a dart, it's just amazing. So I can't wait to see the same thing happen here. Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Has
that
a
is
little
a
lot of
housing
yours
on
either.
top. It was the one improvement you said you could have made for the NXT crossbow, and it's already in there. I think what you could even do is just even kind of like bore some like slots onto the front of it and hook the rubber bands in from there. So instead of being like in the side, it's from the front.
Yep.
That might work, and then you just hot glue over it to keep the elastics from getting out of position. But yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of modability here. It is a single shot gun, of course, so it is what it is. But I think with a few mods in here, you can get some great ranges out of here and some great accuracy out of it as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That and it's going to be embarrassing to get shot by a tiny crossbow.
Yes.
Yeah, that too.
That's the other part.
Yeah, it's awesome. I really like it. I like it a lot more than I was just kind of like, man, whatever it is, what it is, but it's friggin' awesome.
And it's got a tack rail on top, so not like you can't accessorize a little bit.
We could put an action cam on that,
We could.
We
put an
could.
action cam on that.
but then it would be nearly impossible to prime it. So
I was thinking dart holder, but yeah, action cam will work.
Yeah.
how funny would that be to see footage
That would
from
be
that
hilarious.
the whole game?
I want a second one. I want to run two. Like I said, cosplay stuff too. Just
You'll be Huntress.
it'll need. Yeah, I wasn't thinking Huntress, but yes.
Mhm.
It'll need a paint job. I'm definitely gonna need two.
Yeah,
Can't,
Yeah, you know.
clear purple, not my thing. Could be Sean's thing, not my thing.
It's like
I'm with you on that one,
Hawkeye.
Chris.
You know, it is nice. It is nice. I think that as far as Nerf innovation goes, out of all of their really, I like a lot of the stuff that's coming out of this year
Yeah.
for just new, different designs that they're just trying stuff. Like, yeah, this isn't gonna be great in like all of our wars, but for kids, this is all something that's just so drastically different from your
And if
neighbor's
you think
blaster.
We've already
Yeah.
seen Thunderbow, new priming mech.
Mm-hmm.
That new priming mech.
Yup.
Mhm.
Slingfire,
Yup.
new priming mech,
Mhm.
and then last but new to Nerf.
Oh God! Don't hit me in that. Oh,
I
thank
meant
you.
new to Nerf. And then last but not least,
Oh yeah.
wouldn't this technically be a new priming mech?
This would be a new
For
priming
Nerf.
mech for
New
Nerf.
For Nerf.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything we're saying is new for Nerf, copied from somebody else.
So
Except the Sling. Oh no, Slingfire too.
yeah.
Except no substitutes.
Where do we begin with this guy? It's definitely a bow.
Very good,
It's a
Josh.
cool looking bow.
Thank
It
you,
is
Josh.
it is amazing cosplay potential here,
Cool
especially
looking bow.
especially with the little trigger for the for the light.
laser.
Mhm.
I think
Super
the
cool.
arms on that could, with some different paint on there, look pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean it looks
'Cause
friggin'
you-
amazing.
The skeletonized stuff, as long as you don't have to use it as a handle, is pretty awesome.
Better
Oh, yeah.
looking bow than the last bows they put out.
Totally. I like the little clip that they have with their darts because you can put that or their
Super,
arrows.
also super
You
cool.
can
Uh-huh.
put it on either side
And
or on your belt if you
Mhm.
have. I don't know if they're gonna sell these individually or
they
not.
need to,
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really should.
because you could potentially have one bow and 12 arrows.
Oh yeah, you could have a bunch there, and
That
you
would,
could have them on
that
you.
would actually add to the playability.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Is if you only have 3 arrows, then you're kind of
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. So
That's the good.
it looks really nice, and that's where that ends. Oh no, I like the light. We don't have.
No, you
AAAs
said
in
that
here.
already, Josh.
Oh okay, yeah. Then that's all I got.
It's a bow.
It's a bow. It is really not intuitive.
not.
You know, you're expecting when we open it up, it's kind of like, yeah, we have Zing sitting here getting great ranges.
Not only that, we have Sky Rippers now too, which are easier to use. and
Right,
fling.
but I mean, I'm going
Bow to
straight
bow.
bow to bow.
Yes.
This thing definitely is the coolest looking bow that I've seen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it's just so weird to try to fire it, and you
So
get misfires.
here, keep
so
talking
often.
about. I'm gonna show on camera what you're talking about.
Yeah, thank you.
Please do, because I'm curious.
So, I mean, obviously, I'm not even talking about the gimmicky, arrowy things that where you can read stuff, but the way that it fires, you pull back. You have to put it in here, and then pull back, and then when you let go, the fletchings get caught very often, and you're supposed to go in through the back and not through the front.
Phrasing.
Yeah, giggity. Oh, don't shoot Joe Montana. He will beat you.
Oh, I will.
It's just really awkward to use, and the ranges were not great. Even when we were getting them, like, good firing, it felt like pretty much elite ranges.
That's disappointing.
It was
Yeah,
really
Side
really
firing was
disappointing.
fun for me.
I feel like if you could just chop all this whole back part off, and just leave the little light and enough to keep it connected, so you don't have 2 bow pieces.
Mhm.
You could probably do work with it, and I'm sure people will have mods for it with,
Kimball will have a mod for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, you could probably put on a better string and stuff like that, but
Actually, the elastic is pretty solid.
no, it is. It was really tight when I was putting it together because it comes in 2 pieces. You have to screw it together. I was like, I don't want this to snap and hit me in the eye, which honestly I was kind of afraid of. But
I think that's probably why they have this whole housing here to make sure people don't overdraw them and snap the.
yeah, I would
elastic.
imagine so.
That's definitely the reason why it's there. It's just kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's really. I wouldn't
Over-engineered.
mind it if it didn't get in the way so much. It just feels like it's more of a hindrance than a help because arrows more often than not will just sort of poop out 5 feet.
And here's the thing that gets me about this housing. Like, to me, it looks like clearly the design is based around you pulling the arrowhead all the way back to the edge, because the plastic part cradles it in there perfectly, so it's almost like guiding you to a perfect shot.
Right.
However, when we were testing it out, if you do that, it just doesn't fly out properly. The friction just gets to it, and it wobbles and goes
So,
like 15 feet instead
I was
of
watching
like,
some reviews on it, and it was like, yeah, if it's not perfect in there, if you pull it all the way back to where it hits, it'll catch and you have the problem that we were having. But I saw, the reviewer get off a couple of shots that were he pulled all the way back and it was touching, but everything was lined up and it was perfect. Still just didn't seem to be getting ranges that were amazing, which is really the disappointment. I could
I think it's average ranges.
right, but I mean I would rather have a blaster for the ranges that it's getting.
Yes, and it's $40.
And I think it's 30. It's $30.
$30?
Yeah. It's $30.
No, $30.
Yeah.
I mean, does that make it the second cheapest of the 2014 lineup? Thunderbow's 40, Demolisher is 35, 40,
Slingfire's $25.
25. So Slingfire's cheaper than this. 30.
Of the primaries, right?
Yeah, of the primaries. I'm not including all the stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know what
and-
the Rebel Strife is going to be.
Oh, that's
Rapid
true
Red?
too.
Rapid Red, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
This arrow says LOL on it.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yeah,
The arrow says LOL on it. I just realized that.
Mhm.
And it's in this weird sort of pattern. I don't know how well you can see that. It's like a red over pattern.
Oh yeah, so you can see through the red.
Yeah, but you can obviously see it says
Oh, yeah.
LOL.
Yeah, you don't really need the
Blue.
decoder in there.
That's fine.
It was really. It was just cosplay potential. It'll be awesome, but it is
Yeah.
very disappointing.
That'll probably be the bow cosplay.
If it goes cheaper, I don't know if I would still buy it.
half.
I don't think so.
I mean, here's the thing.
Nah.
You should
wouldn't
never
buy
get a
that.
Heartbreaker bow with this out.
You should.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I modded my Heartbreaker. It works pretty good.
I feel like the Heartbreaker bow is pretty easy to use.
But now you have this.
Oh no, that's a whole different thing. Though. I would not
Yeah.
make a single shot.
I would say functionality-wise, and if you want something that's kind of bow-ish,
yeah.
I would
take
rather this over a Heartbreaker
Oh,
bow. any day of the
100%.
that. Honest
week.
to God, though,
And because of that, I would say if you want a bow from Nerf,
That
Get the
definitely has like a
Thunderbow.
yeah.
I love the Thunderbow. I still want 2-hand crossbows instead, and I thought the Thunderbow was amazing.
yeah.
But that's just me personally. I have a
Mhm.
thing for hand crossbows.
Put
Right.
the crossbows on the Thunderbow.
That's the other thing
There
with
you go.
those. Mounting that thing on a blaster is definitely on the agenda.
Oh yeah.
A little hand crossbow and just keeping just cause.
I don't
Not
think
for
the,
any reason, just cause.
Well, actually, I could think of plenty of good reasons for that. That's going to have almost no report. It's going to be very accurate for HVZ. If you want to kill that zombie without alerting the rest of the horde,
super quiet. Yeah,
you can be like Daryl.
yeah. The modding
From The
on
Walking
that hand
Dead.
crossbow, if we can get it right, I mean, it's already getting good ranges, and it's super accurate. So more range increase, keeping the accuracy will be great.
I could see it
Good
very
design,
similar to
Nerf.
what Josh's Panther was for a long time, where it's
Yeah,
like a
good range.
one shot but very accurate
Yep.
one shot.
Good job.
Oh, I'm
Nerf.
just waiting for Mitchell to chop off this arm and then put 3 of them together and then leave the other arm on the last one. So you just have one big drawback, put them all together and think.
darn it, Josh.
So many problems.
There we go.
Now I just have to put 3 of everything together. It doesn't
That's
matter what they are.
Pretty much it, yeah.
I mean,
We're waiting for the triple sling fire now. And
I
then,
mean,
yes.
it's a busy week. We're pretty much out of blaster for the year, except for the super secret holiday blaster,
Super
Mhm.
Secret
And
Holiday Blaster.
the
Rapid
EC
Red hasn't come
the
out.
Rapid Red, and the ECS LMNOP.
Yes.
do
Yes.
not say those words.
Yeah. That's
I
gonna be
mean,
rough.
someone's gonna have to suck it up and get one just so we can. No.
No,
We can
that
skip
doesn't really have to happen.
Oh, it's Mitchell. That's a lot of. I'll buy it, but it's gonna be you since you had to buy it. You gotta work it off.
Oh.
That's gonna get.
How about this? I won't charge you any hours for the Rapid Strike.
There you go.
Woo!
Ooh,
You just have to
that's
pay
a
for
good deal.
materials.
Done.
All right.
Easy peasy.
Um.
The funny thing is, I just want one because other people are gonna have one. So it's funny. I used to be Captain Flywheel.
Yep.
Not
he was.
anymore.
Mhm.
I like my Rampage.
The
Big
dream has
barrel,
died.
And my Kush darts.
You
I
know.
just like to go out hunting.
That and I think the intimidation factor with that is just going
It's
to
so
be.
beautiful.
But the game this weekend was pretty much a flywheel versus non-flywheel game.
It was.
And
There were a
non-flywheel got
ton
the
of flywheels
butts-handed-
out
well,
there.
not butts handed to us, but
I thought we did really well.
No, I
we
thought
actually
we
won
did
a couple.
We did all right.
That first round when we had all of the people who were running the guns that I had made,
Yeah, you beat our ass. You were on the other team.
Oh yeah, I was on the other team.
Yep.
Never mind.
Yeah,
It was.
that was the flywheel side.
So the first
So
two
is the
games
flywheels in
where it
play.
was
Yeah.
pretty much flywheel versus freaking two Thunderbows on the same team.
Yes.
I was expecting to get wrecked. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna do this.
we made it up in the second half. The first game we got destroyed.
But here's the it was only 6 minutes.
Total.
That's total.
But the
That's
first
not a
game
big
we got
difference.
smoked. The second
Right.
game we made it up.
I mean, that's why we switch sides too.
I know.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of there's a lot of. I mean, our place is not perfect.
Yeah.
If you start on one side for King of the Hill, unless you break out really early, you can get stuck back in those corridors.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I think people are finally starting to think of strategy when they play King of the Hill, which is also making a big difference.
Some
too.
people do.
Some people.
And then there's the let's drown them in our blood and
Yeah.
Yeah.
with our corpses, and that doesn't go so well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's all run to the same point. This'll work.
Yes, that
Definitely
does
won't be
happen.
a hellfire there.
Yes, I mean, you know,
It would be
sometimes
really
sometimes it's not
unfortunate
always flywheels versus non-flywheels. Sometimes it's just
whatever.
experience versus not experience, or you know,
Mhm.
people who wanna do
one
something.
One blaster I ran this week.
oh,
Oh. A Sony PS Vita.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Sky Ripper.
Yeah, I want to find more of those and actually run them at the next game.
yeah, me too.
So,
Yeah, I thought they were
so
coming.
Here's what happened. A quick story before freaking Mr. Poopy Pants over here just tells the world about my. So I forgot to bring the Sky Rippers
Uh-huh.
with me to the game because I had to bring all the other new stuff. So I felt if we played a game and I didn't bring the new stuff, I was doing a disservice to the Nerf community.
Mhm.
Good call.
So I forgot Sky Rippers. I called Josh. I knew Josh had some Sky Rippers.
Yep.
He brought said Sky Rippers.
Yep.
I then promptly took his package of Sky Rippers and opened them without his permission and just
Mhm.
started showing them to people and playing them.
Yep.
Then I
Yep.
ran them, and another guy named Bob from Nerf Modders community, very famous as the picker of pickers. He's a Nerf picker.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Sabers.
are you allowed to use that term?
Nerf picker?
Yeah.
Is
I
it
thought that was their
operating?
word.
Whose word?
Picker.
He picks, like he goes to Savers. Oh, you
Okay.
mean like American Pickers
Yes.
from History Channel?
Yes.
Yeah, screw those guys. They're in freaking Iowa. They can whatever. Yeah, come get me, Mike and Larry.
Okay, Mike and Larry,
Anyways.
if you're watching this, what he wants to do is play
No,
Nerf
it's Mike
against you.
and Tim or something.
I don't know.
Skinny guy, fat guy. Skinny guy, fat guy. Whatevs. We can take you guys. Chumps. Yes. I actually like that show. So anyways,
Yeah,
we got two
it's not
skinny
bad.
guys and two fat guys on the Nerfcast, so that's just like twice as good.
Easily.
anyways, I ran those for a couple games as just a part of my loadout. Flat out, possibly the favorite thing I've run in the last 2 years.
You look
So-
so happy.
Couple things that they did well.
Mhm.
They were damn sure effective.
Yep.
I only tried to hit someone one time, and I did.
Mhm.
Everything else was a scare tactic.
You're
And
batting
it
1,000.
Like people were like, eh. Sean was like, eh. Like they'd scream, people would duck, and then other bad things would happen to those people.
Yes.
They're accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I got a cool shot, my one cool shot where the other team was rushing up the alley, and I just fired one over their heads, and they all did kind of, what just happened, and then just kept charging, but it paused them for a second.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was really impressed. I wanted to make sure we got that Zing a big shout out. That product works as well as advertised. I know it's not new. I know it's mad old. I know there'll be some hate because we covered an old product, but
I will be buying
first time in a
all
game,
of them.
I'd like to figure out a way to carry a bag of 20.
Oh, it would be very easy. What you can do is, here's what I did actually when I first started using the Zing bows. You any sort of like big event, like a con or a trade show, you know how they got those like skinny drawstring bags that are like for the gym. You just take that, cut 2 slits in the back of it, loop it on your belt. It's a giant bag that works well for the basically for the Zarts. It'll work for these two.
I will be running them next game.
Yeah. What I did
Guaranteed.
is I got a radio bag from the surplus store, just cut out all the excess material on the inside. It's like a giant durable bag just for darts, and it works
Nice.
so well. I use it for Zing. I'm going to be starting to use it for Sky Rippers too, just because the loading time and the rate of fire and the accuracy and the range, I love the Zing bow still just because aesthetically it's fun to use.
Right.
But this, if you're just want to have a couple on you for those Hail Mary shots, this is the way to go. This is the way to get those range shots and get those scare
And
tactics
you can
in.
tag people out without putting yourself in any danger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am literally afraid to hit somebody with it though.
Yeah.
And I shot Arjang from a good 60, 70 feet away,
Did he feel it?
dead center. He said he felt. He said it didn't hurt.
Oh no,
But I'm afraid of someone catching one in the face and it just being
Yeah.
shocking to them.
What I gotta hope
Yeah.
is if you're using it far away enough that the momentum is just gonna die out and it's mostly just coasting at that point, so a tag won't
I hope
hurt.
so.
I mean, we
Yeah.
shot each other with these when you guys were testing them out,
Yeah.
and opened them up without me there. Also,
Yeah. I think face shots are gonna hurt the most, so don't use this within 10 feet of someone.
yeah, face
is-
shots will definitely probably they won't even
They'll
hurt so much
definitely
as they'll be
probably-
shocking to you, like B.F.U was saying. If you are wearing like glasses, they're gonna fly off your face.
But I can't wait to stand 70 feet away and knock somebody out of the cubby with this thing.
oh yeah.
Yeah, on bridge, that's gonna be such a good way to like if anyone's even on there and they just see one come through, it's like, well, I'm not peeking my head around the corner again.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a good way to keep people's heads down. And if we practice with them, if you have a couple people using them on your team, your assault team can really do some things.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's super fun. And even in the open area, just spreading people out.
Mhm.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
we're all squatted up. Oh.
Remember our place now.
Wait a minute, we're way outgunned.
I want to make sure that the Sky Rippers got their shot.
And if you do have rocket rules, that could change your game a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't allow those with rocket rules.
HVZ.
I mean, it all depends what your rocket rules are.
They're
yeah.
just too accurate though.
I'm
Like,
just saying.
From what I've read, almost all rocket rules are radius, or you have to kill a bigger thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The bigger thing's never going to see you. You can literally, I mean, 150.
I'm just saying.
I'd be willing to bet
If you're
with
stuck
a
on
bag
half
of 20.
of a soccer field, he will see you, but you'll be accurate enough to hit the little cardboard patches that you
Right.
have to hit.
a bag of with a bag of 20.
Yep.
I could probably hit a person 150 feet away.
Oh,
to give
oh,
you
yeah,
20
no, I
shots.
don't. I don't.
That's my
disagree.
new plan. I'm gonna go out and buy like 4 or 5 packages
That's
of
like
these.
scary though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How much do
really
these run
fun.
for a pack?
About 15. You get 3 in the little launcher in there.
And the launcher's so small.
It's so small, so you can stick it in your pocket. It
Yep.
can literally be your backup plan if you just want to keep a couple in like a spare pocket or
Yeah.
something.
But to the wide world, this is not like a room clearing kind of a device. This is long range.
Oh yeah.
Definitely don't want to use it within 5 feet of someone.
No, I was
No.
I was hesitant. I was putting it away when I felt I got within 50.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm probably being over because you could also control your power too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, 50 feet, I could just shoot a less power shot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
plus,
You got to train for that
with
control a
the way
little
you
bit
have to
first.
with the way you have to load it,
Mm-hmm.
you're really open to getting shot. Right?
Yeah.
You're not that mobile while you're loading it.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's debatable. You look pretty spry when you were doing it. You had it like you had it queued up, and then you're just running around squatting with it. And
I
like,
did, but once I shot it and had to reload it,
Uh-huh.
once I'm in a firefight, it was bad because I'm like, fuck, hook shot.
Mhm. Well, that's what's good about buying 5 or 6 of those packages. You'll get so many launchers. I'll be like, okay, I just have 5 in my pocket. I'll just leave them on the field when they're done.
Take the launcher in your hand
I could.
and then
Mhm.
always have
It just
there.
seems like
Or-
you leave yourself a little.
Or you just tape the launcher to a blaster.
Yep,
Yeah, we already were talking about that.
you already got that
Yeah,
prime
and it's
ready.
just like flip, shot, flip, shot, shot.
I'd like to put it on a torsion spring.
No, stop it.
Why?
Pneumatic
Pneumatic
arm.
arm torsion spring.
No, like the things that are in the
How are you-
the disc shooters.
I know what a torsion spring is,
because it's got.
but you just say words.
Here's the problem. The thing to get the best out of it, the launcher has to go forward like that.
Well, why
You
can't
need-
you do that
you
with a hammer shot? It's taped
Oh,
to the
I
hammer
guess if
shot.
you can
That's- I wasn't
flick
thinking
the blaster.
Oh yeah, I was thinking tape it to
stationary
the.
in a blaster, you
No,
can't pull the string back.
No, tape it to a hammer shot, flick, and then you have a hammer shot ready if someone's
Oh,
close.
you got issues. Good issues.
That's a good idea, Josh.
I mean, like, I thought it was obvious because I was talking to you and said put it on a blaster.
that's what I'm doing
so just
next game.
immediately
Hammer
hammer shot.
shots and
Yeah.
Sky Rippers
You know that
together.
I don't really do anything with my hammer shots except and let Mitchell touch them.
Yes.
I'm just saying, you could duct tape them pretty easy
Mhm.
to a hammer shot.
Good. Now I got to try that.
Yeah, I know you do. We're gonna go out and test after the
Should I make one
podcast.
green and put it on this.
Mhm.
Maybe the Bio Ripper.
The bio ripper.
Yes.
The bio. Oh my god.
Codename Jack.
This is a busy weekend. That was. We were really efficient with that stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blasters we talked about.
7 blasters, and almost all of them we would recommend to buy.
Mhm.
We were on the fence about the DO Demolisher.
Mhm.
Sean was good. We were like, meh. None of us would recommend the bow.
Nah.
Everyone seemed to be pretty damn impressed with the hand crossbow.
Mhm.
crossbow.
Everyone seemed to generally love the sling firiness.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Just from a, it's wow. I can't
Yeah,
believe
it's
they made
awesome.
I can't believe they made this thing and it works.
Mhm.
And everyone liked the mega bow.
Yeah, Thunderbolt. Go buy ammo for it,
Yep.
and it'll be a great primary.
Yeah.
And if you got leftover ammo from all your Centurion purchases and Magnus purchases, you already got some ammo.
Yep.
I mean,
You're in good shape, but like I said, you're definitely going to want a lot of extra to be. I was very conservative. I would much rather be aggressive and just fire shot after shot at people.
Right.
You can
Right.
get probably a pretty good ROF out of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's nice because you have to prime it all the way back to cock it, but after that point, it doesn't need to have that traditional snapback that you need with typical bows where it just rolls off your fingers and then goes forward.
Right.
You can go nice and slow, and when the plunger tube is ready, it's like, oh, it's time. Okay, full power.
I was hearing from Arjan that you might want to invest in a glove if you were going to run the Thunderbow
Mm.
full time.
Oh, yeah, that's a good, or flick your stupid sling fire.
Oh yeah.
Blisters.
Oh yeah, he was getting blisters from the Sling Fire. Arjan was getting blisters from the Thunderbow.
And this is
so,
a man
you
who
know.
goes to the gym and lifts weights all the time. So
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a string, and it's it is what it is.
Arjun does breast press Cadillacs.
Yeah,
yes.
you know that happens. But let me see if there's anything pertinent. This is I
Pertinent.
haven't just been like trying to be rude. I'm checking comments
I
on
have.
the phone.
I'm just
They figured
texting
it out. This is
people.
like
Yeah.
the first time we've done this.
I was like, because it's a lot easier than me clicking over there,
It's a
Yeah,
Nerfcast.
especially when the camera is a little bit closer.
I wanna have a
mhm.
Slurpee. Oh, wait.
Nothing much aside from mainly Foam, who lives in Iowa. B.F.U. would like to say. I would like to say on behalf of B.F.U. who's not dissing all Iowans. He was
No,
just saying they're in
just those-
Iowa,
just
so they
those
can't make it over to him.
Just those two guys.
So like half the population.
And actually, like I said, I like that show.
Yeah.
And I love
No.
the state of Iowa.
Yeah, I've got family in Iowa too.
Mhm.
Man,
I don't, but it's
you know,
nice.
yeah,
Do you
I've
like
never.
corn?
Yeah.
Now,
Never been there.
South Dakota.
And there's our other viewer.
We can
Yes.
sell North and South Dakota to Canada. Make some monies.
Yeah, but
Uh,
if we sold North Dakota, then Canada would be a nuclear power.
like, yeah, but
What are they going to do?
I mean, they would probably use that energy just to like heal their sick. So
yeah.
with radiation.
I feel like those things do not work the way you think they work.
yeah,
Yeah, you roll around in radioactive waste and you get Spider-Man powers. That's how it works.
No, they
yes.
use it to cool the one part of Canada to have hockey there too.
Mm.
There we go.
There you go. Sure.
That's all I got.
Yep. So obviously we've run out of things to talk about.
Yes.
So yeah, Mitchell, thanks for being on the podcast again.
You man.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys for having me.
Now
I'm
back
looking
to this.
forward
Now back to the damn lab.
Back into the
Yes,
room.
master.
Make
Oh,
something
wait,
for us and
hold
then you
on.
can
Wait,
leave.
we have one more blaster to rate.
Oh God, what?
The Mitchell Fire 5000.
There, we don't have enough numbers.
10.
Yeah, it's a 10.
10 out of
It's,
9.
it's a yeah,
Go
Is-
do that.
can you
thing,
get,
go
like,
do that thing to your blaster?
20 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, how much further past 10 can we go?
Well, thank you.
Because it's amazing. It's awesome.
Scary shit.
The burst fire on it's beautiful. The single shot on it's nice. It screams like a banshee, and the best part is I didn't worry at all about it overheating.
Yeah.
Just the noise that thing puts out alone. I mean, I just love that story where the mag fell out and people were still running away from me.
They were actively fleeing. Like
I'm coming at you and I'm trying to shoot.
And I was wary of going towards Sean, even when he didn't have a mag in it. I probably could have charged Sean and taken him down, but I was like, no.
What does Sean know that we don't?
Yes.
He's found a way to shoot blasters without darts.
It's
It was
beautiful.
terrifying.
It's literally shooting lasers.
It's so nice.
It is a good blaster.
And it's not even up to my standards yet. So we'll see how it goes once
Yeah.
I make it the way I want it to be done.
Nice.
I'm excited.
No, I think we're all
Now you
Very
can cut it
excited.
into an Uzi.
I want the full barrel
Yeah.
because then you have to tape the battery on the side.
But you'd have the option to dual wield and just be like,
Wait, why don't you have the option to
I
wield
already
right
have
now?
the option to
because
dual
I'm
wield.
weak.
Oh, that's right.
No, I like the maneuverability of short blasters where you can get them around corners easy to pop people.
Eh.
All you have to do is rev this, and then the corner will be clear.
That's
Also, true, they're like,
pretty
oh crap, so, he's here, run away.
Just poke like this much of the tip of the gun around the corner, and
Just the tip.
thank you for that, Sean.
Yes.
Excellent. Giggity.
Yeah, other than that, next burn game is going to be up in about 2 weeks in July, so expect to see the invite going out mid-July for that.
Yep.
I mean, obviously games are going around the Bay Area all the time. I don't have the schedule off the top of my head, but we do have a calendar on the BayAreaNerf.com website to go check out if you ever want to see games that are going on locally.
Mm-hmm.
As always, stay tuned to our YouTube channel. Along with the Nerfcast, we've been coming out with more reviews, unboxing, first impression videos. We're
Yep.
trying to get more content out there for you, especially now that there's content to give out.
That's the truth.
We're always down to talk about it. I expect you'll see a lot of bloggers coming out of the woodwork to talk about the new stuff as well. Keep in mind, we're starved for Nerf news all day, every day, so we'll talk about this stuff ad nauseum. So if you're looking for a source of constant Nerf, we are here for that.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But other than that, that's about it. Thanks for joining us.
Mhm.
We're gonna try to keep doing these live.
Yeah, expect to usually see these going live Mondays around 5 Pacific time.
Yep.
That's going to be the goal from now on. So if you ever want to join consistently, just every other week at 5 is when you can talk to us.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Live question answer sessions. We'll try to have guests and stuff on the podcast.
And don't forget to order them narrow bases tomorrow, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, get on that. Get on that there.
Narrowbase.com.
Seriously, one of the best Nerf accessories I've ever used.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's
Full-
saying something.
full
John
review coming
has
soon.
used all of the
Yeah,
Nerf
get
I
accessories.
have.
joint.
I've used the alien ammo counter. I've used the laser dot sight. This to me is just the best working thing anyone has made for Nerf.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
should put the
beautiful.
ammo counter
Get
on this.
them joints.
We can't. I don't think it would work. Regular Rapidstrike was too fast for it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like,
You
you
mean
have
I'm
12
going to-
shots left. I'm like, no, I have 4 shots left.
You mean I'm going to have to make my own ammo counter?
You're going to have to make your own one. You're going to have to gut the cam
You pull the
elemental
trigger
P
you
and
pull
use
the trigger
that.
and you're out. That's your ammo.
Yeah.
That's
I
This
pulled
is
the
true.
trigger, so there
Also
goes
true.
1 mag. I have 3 more of those shots left. Still worth it. That's exactly what I wanted out of a blaster, just to vomit darts at whoever was 10 feet in front of me and freak
We
them
need to
out.
get Mitchell a lab and call it foam jacket.
foam jacket.
After that show, Sons of Guns.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I
Friends
got
of
you.
Nerf.
Yes.
If you guys get me a lab, I will gladly build it.
B.F.U.'s just going to take you to the side yard and be like, this is your
Yeah,
lab.
I'm just gonna clean out the shed.
I will get you a tarp if it starts raining.
Give me food occasionally and throw Nerf parts at me.
Yes.
That'll work.
That will happen. All
Here's
right,
half of a
y'all.
sweet revenge. Enjoy.
Come back 3 hours later and it's nuclear powered.
Yes.
It works for me.
It has a pneumatic arm on it. It's like, there you go. I gave you what you wanted. It doesn't shoot darts, but it has a pneumatic arm.
Don't tease me with my pneumatic arm. I'm signing off. I'm done.
B.F.U, I actually have plans drawn up for a fully automatic air gun that uses a pneumatic arm.
See.
And I also have another set of plans drawn up to make this select fire gun using a pneumatic arm. So just calm yourself.
It'll pull
I'm
the
gonna
trigger
shoot
for
Josh
you.
Right in the
Oh, no, it
crotch.
doesn't pull the trigger for you. You just have to keep it pumped up is the only reason why I'm not doing it. But we'll see.
Shoot Josh.
Pneumatic arm.
You could get some pretty ridiculous rates of fire with that.
That's awesome.
That will be fun.
I don't have any plans of actually pursuing that as of now, just in case people are wondering. That is-
Yes.
Yeah.
The fully automatic air-powered one was going to be I just put a cart together of valves, and it was going to be like $380 just for the valves.
I love
Dang.
Valve. They have great
Put
sales.
that on. We'll put that on
Yeah.
hold.
I was gonna say.
Different valves. The company
Okay.
that I was going to get them from is called Clippard, and they make micro valves and
Mm.
2 pneumatic arms and
A partridge in a pear tree.
Sorry, you can take your time and fix the sling fire. Make it better.
I'll do
Yes.
Yeah, make that better first, because I would probably go up to a 9 or a 10 out of 10 for me if we could get that performing a little bit better, which is true for most of these. But yeah, from us here at Nerfcast, this is Sean.
This is Josh.
BF Yizzle.
that. And Mitchell.
All right, everybody, be happy
Happy
tagging.
tagging.
Never get the tagging of the house.
We need to coordinate that a little bit.
Yeah.
I forgot.
come
I
to
started.
They expect our uncoordinatedness.
Mm.
It's all right.